Alright, welcome back to another video. Nike swoosh sign. Yeah, I've done this before. I'm gonna explain to you guys what happened. Look over the Nike swoosh sign. So there's a psychological term called swoosh. Alright, this is one of the earliest research documents and paper that I found on it. See, she's looking at her watch as it walks by. Yeah, all right. So anyhow, so you see, I was doing the video. This woman came in and started talking to me again, trying to use her. She's looking at my phone as we're talking. All right, because and I know, again, I always take the opportunity to educate the perps. Right, so like I said, I expected that. Okay, so I always take the opportunity to, because I know what's going on. Yeah, I know they've used this tactic many different times, and like I said, I always use it. Yeah, I said it many different times. Yeah, the police sirens. Oh, my video's gonna go up. Don't worry. So they always try to use the situation. So the bus driver heard me, sees me. He pulls off, drives off. And I'm explaining what it is that they do. Then she comes in, and it's all stage. It's all stage. All right, and they know whenever they kind of poke me like that, I go home and I get intellectually aggressive. I don't get physically aggressive. I don't do that because that's what they want. But I get intellectually aggressive by, again, revealing the truth, speaking the truth, sharing the truth with you guys, and so they know. Hear the sirens now? Again, right? So they know. Okay, so anyhow, I get on the bus, and there are these two Negropeans there, right? And from the Caribbean, they use again, they're using the, I say the word Caribbean, you hear the car honking, you hear the sirens, right? It's a deportation theme that they use, right? Because they try to silence me. It's not happening. So I get on the bus, these two Negropeans from the Caribbean, they have one of those little pamphlets in their hand with the white Jesus on there, and they're like flashing it in my face, or what have you. And like I said, one thing about COINTELPRO with the documents of the FBI, and that's a real document, right? Again, about them looking for the Black Messiah, but they know it's not just a Black Messiah. They know Black people in general reaching a level of consciousness in what we call the Christ consciousness, right? And as with any people that have been oppressed, they will be the rise of leaders, okay? And what they have done is sought to destroy Black leadership and Black leaders, particularly when you're young. Right, so this is why the majority of young people today are in dire need of our protection, of our understanding, and they need to be taught the truth, okay, and understanding what's going on in every aspect, right? But it's hard when they remove the fathers out of their homes, and so you see now a generation of young Black children and young Black people, adult people, who are highly ignorant, highly engaging in highly destructive and negative behavior because of what is called operant conditioning. But except this is in reverse, right? And classical conditioning is in reverse. When I say in reverse, meaning that they are going to reward you for engaging in negative behavior, but any sort of positive behavior in terms of community building, organizing to organize people politically, right, or even economically within the Black wealthy class, right? They will run interference, and they will engage in all sort of manipulative tactics to set you up and to blackmail you and blacklist you, to blackmail you into becoming silent. So this is why a lot of Black celebrities don't do anything within the Black community, because they're being blackmailed, right? Black celebrities, Black wealthy people, they don't build as other wealthy group of people do, right? Community building is something that is non-existent in their minds, and we have to understand why. With the development of technology such as silent sound spread spectrum, such as the miseducation of black men and black women, as well as our children, we continue to be at the bottom. Now, I know you may have some YouTubers who are out there talking about, black men in particular are doing well, right? But the fact is that that's simply not true. You have a few black men and black women who are doing well, but the vast majority of black men and black women are not doing well, all right? Not compared to white people, not compared to other groups of people, right? You look at the average salary of black men and black women in this country, and it has always been less than everybody else except for the Native Americans, right? They're a special case, because there's just not a lot of those individuals in the American population anymore. They've been, their group have been genocided by these white settlers, these white Europeans. Okay, so when they try to engage in this sort of tactics and manipulation, they know when they start attacking me that it's just something happened within me. It's like I get intellectually aggressive in terms of researching again and in terms of exposing them for who they are. And so that conversation I have with that lady is them testing me out, right? It's a test. You hear the sirens? You get, right? So it's a test, right? And then right before her, you guys saw the two Jewish guys pulled up in a vehicle in front of me. So, they think that, this is how they, again, understanding how they've conditioned me to think, but also understanding how I think in the state that I'm at right now, right? So when I talk about the Ashkenazi Jews, and I had to, over the couple of days, I've been downloading some information, because again, what they're doing in Palestine is genocide, right? It's genocide. But because these are Arab people, the rest of the world remain silent. Why? Because these people in Israel, the Israeli government, the Zionists, they have manipulated, blackmailed, set up, frame up heads of states. Okay? This is why they won't say nothing. The only person that said anything, the only people that say anything is Barbados Prime Minister and, again, South African political leader, Julius, anyway, I forgot his last name. But anyhow, those are the only two people, right? As a matter of fact, South Africa is actually boycotting Israel. Because let me tell you something, if it was the other way around, right, the world would respond to Arab aggression in terms of if the Arabs were doing to Israel what Israel was doing to the Arabs in Palestine. You would respond. You see, they responded in Ukraine against Russia. And why Russia, right? Why Russia? Because if you go and you study Russian history, you'll understand, one, Russia never partake in the slave trade, even though today many Russians are racist, right? But Russia never partake in the slave trade. And also, black people have been monumental in terms of the development of Russian civilization. Okay, again, you look at the father of Russian literature, Alexander Pushkin, a black man. Okay, so yeah, the sirens. Yeah, you can't intimidate me. I can tell you, there's no fear here. You're not going to intimidate me. And just because you have me under heavy remote monitoring and it's feeding me all these subliminal messages or have you, you think I'm scared. No, I'm not scared. I'm just observing what you're doing. That's what I'm doing. Observing, learning, so I can expose it. Okay? So yeah. Come on. And they're gonna always use the psychiatric labeling, whenever I start speaking about this thing. Oh, it's crazy. Because you have to understand, it is the only tool they can use against us in terms of trying to discredit us in what it is that we're saying, right? Because they know that the majority of black people is not going to go out there, not going to research it. They're not going to look it up. They themselves is not going to look it up, right? So when I was telling this lady about these people, they converted to Judaism in the 8th century, and that's the truth. They have no ancestral ties to the people who call in ancient time who called themselves Israelites or Hebrews or Judeans. None. These people came from the Caucasus Mountains, right? The Khazai, right, who was a power, right, at that time in the 7th, 8th century, and the adaptation of Judaism. And again, and they used to call themselves Hebrews. And the word, they started calling themselves Jews and Jewish only recently in the 18th century. Go look it up. Go look it up. Right? So you cannot talk about the Jew. You see, again, the Bible that we have now, it's again, it's a recent Bible, right? But they won't go look and research and look at the older versions of the Bible. Go look at the English translation of the Septuagint without the English names, right? With the Hebrew names, right? Go and find that and read that, okay? So yeah, because they know that they're not going to do the research because they've instilled such fear in the minds and hearts of Christians, Muslims, right? Even the Jewish people. In Israel, it's illegal for them to take a DNA test. Why? Because the elites, the Zionists, they know the truth. They're brainwashing their own people also. You think they care about their own people? Not really. Those in power only care about themselves and others that are in power. Okay? Always remember that. Talk to you guys in the next video.